Magic the Gathering.
Magic, 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 I'm so magic.
Gathering magic.
Spend a lot of money on cards.
Playing cool cards with my friends.
Playing all so magic.
We're all winners in the end.
And I just love kind of the Wild West nature of TCG Player.
I know.
I've gotten some weird stuff. Like, obviously, today's episode is about our favorite cards in our collection. One of which, that isn't in my top 5, is I've got a Hypnotic Spectre. It's like an F&M promo Hypnotic Spectre that was marked as damaged.
Yeah.
And it came in the mail. And the damage was a signature from Doug Schuler. So sometimes it happens.
Yeah, you know,
like,
hey, that
technically
works.
that's a damaged card. So I got it
Legally
for
speaking, you're right.
a really good price. And I was like, yeah, you know, whatever. It's a cheap, cool promo of a card I really like. And the damage was the artist signature. So
I love that. That is always a funny idea that, like, you know, signatures actually damage the card.
Right.
You know, the artist signing it is actually damaging it. But, you know, such is life.
Such is life. But yeah, anyways, hello and welcome to Wild Dogs, a Magic the Gathering podcast. I'm your host, Leland, and with me here today is our other co-host, Luke.
Hey, everyone.
And thanks for stopping in and listening to us ramble on about all things Magic. Let's dive into some news and updates. It's funny, I'm looking at our notes here, and we both just have Clair Obscure Expedition 33 is Game of the Year.
Yes, easily. Easily. I just, you know, for the listeners at home, I worked in the games industry for a couple of years, and I quit about a year ago. Actually, I'm coming up on my 1 year leaving games anniversary.
Oh wow.
And I haven't had any desire to play anything.
That's fair.
Because I was like, you know what? I'm done with this industry. Like I want to, you know, I want to move on. So I just didn't play anything. And then I had no lie, 10 people reach out to me being like, Lucas, this game is for you. Like, you need to play Expedition 33, including you, Leland.
Yep.
You reached out to me and you're like, dude, you got to play this. So I picked it up. I'm playing it. It is incredible. Easily in my top 10 games of all time. Maybe even the top 5. I haven't beaten it yet. I'm still in Act 2, but incredible.
Yeah, no, that's exactly my impressions with my first playthrough as well. I am currently on the final boss, and before I, you know, beat the quote-unquote roll credits on the game, I want to go and do some of the side quest stuff.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot to do once you reach, I think it's the end of Act 3 or whatever. There's like, it opens up, the map kind of opens up. No spoilers, Luke, but
Yeah.
there's a bunch of side stuff going on that I haven't explored. So I was like, well, let's slow the pace down a bit here. Because I kind of, one of the big draws to this game is the story.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The story is incredible. The characters are just so inspired, well written. The relationships, the interpersonal relationships of the characters.
Yeah.
It's just one of these things you see in a lot of RPGs or JRPGs, as this is probably closest to the JRPG genre. But this is just like on another level. It's like on the in this conversation of like Persona, you know, where it's just that good. The story and the relationships and all that stuff you actually like, you really care about. Obviously Persona 5 in particular takes that to like, I'd say a whole another level as far as like kind of the slice of life, human beings being human beings.
Yeah.
Bit of the character development. It's not quite at that level or depth. However, these are just like real. They just feel like real people in a way that, I don't know, it's just authentic, that makes you actually care about what's happening in this kind of crazy story. And I don't know. I've also just blown away by the quality of this game. It's a game that I saw the trailer and I was like, yeah, I don't know if this is going to be for me.
Yeah.
It visually looks really cool. I just don't know if I'm going to get into the story of it or whatever. And I couldn't have been more wrong for my first take. It's just like, I'm so immersed and just so like every ounce of this game, I'm just loving.
Yeah, no, I'm kind of in the same boat. You know, I went into this game. I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know.
Awesome.
I didn't see the trailer. I didn't even know it was turn based.
Mhm.
I bought it on the PlayStation Store and I downloaded it because all my friends were coming out to me saying that I needed to play it. And so like the first time I got into combat and I saw it was turn based, I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like I guess that's what we're doing. But no, yeah, the story's incredible. You know, I won't spoil anything. I think this is one of those games that you need to go in knowing literally nothing.
Yep, 100%.
And I've actually Googled some things and like seen spoilers.
Oh
and,
no!
I mean, not like like I learned that there's characters that will join your team.
Okay, yeah.
So like
That's
I don't
why
know how or who they are,
Okay.
but I saw that
Yeah.
like, you know, for instance, I'm not gonna say who the character is, but like the one we've been talking about, the character.
Yeah.
Like I saw a picture of him like in your party, and I was like, oh, who's that guy? And so you know, like not like story. I don't know who he was or anything like that. But this is one of those games that you got to go in completely blind, I think.
Yeah, I agree. That's why like one of the first. Well, it wasn't one of the first things, but when we were texting back and forth, as you were getting into the weeds of like Pictos and Luminas and you know, min-maxing your party or what have you, I texted you like all caps. Do not look up spoilers. Do not look up anything for that matter. Because there's some twists and turns between the acts that you just don't see coming.
Right.
It's wild.
Yeah.
It's definitely game of the year. I don't see how anything even comes close to beating this as game of the year, in my opinion.
And actually too, something that so this doesn't sound bad. So this doesn't sound really bad, but I'm not a big fan of like, you know, we've talked about this. I'm not a big fan of anime stuff. Right. And I think part of that is because I'm just a guy from Wisconsin. I'm not like the Japanese culture is something that's never really like appealed to me. I think the art style and like the story structures that resonate with that country of people doesn't really resonate with me. Like I know it does for some people. I know there's like people that love anime and stuff like that. I'm trying to say this in the most delicate way possible.
Sure.
But like
you hate weebs.
I listen, I don't hate weebs, but it's not for me. It's not for me.
Fair enough.
But so I really enjoy when people take like the JRPG style, or they take stuff and use it, you know, it's their influence, and then they make westernized versions of it
for the Western audience.
For the Western audience. So whether it be like, you know, quality of life stuff that the West gravitates towards, or art styles or story structure, all that stuff.
Sure.
Like, so I really, really, really like this game also too. And I had suggested to people, if you don't resonate with the anime art style, you don't, you know, that whole story
like
structure,
JRPG genre,
this is the game for you. Because I've never played a Final Fantasy, which we'll talk about later. I've never played a Final Fantasy game. I've never played a JRPG before. Because it's always kind of turned me off of the art style and the weird story structure. Well, not weird. It's, you know, but this is like an Americanized Western version of it. And yes, it's French, you know, like the developers are French, but like I resonate more with France than I do with the East.
Sure.
So that's also something I'll say, where like if you haven't been able to get into, you know, Japanese stuff because it's just like the art style turns you off, or you don't like the story, like this is a great game for you because you'll get a taste of what everyone's talking about in a language you understand.
Yeah, no, I think that's a good spin on it, because I'll admit there's a little bit of weeb in me in that I love I do love Japan. I love the culture. I used to be really into anime back in like middle school, high school type vibes. We all had a phase. Ghibli, that type of stuff. But man, Persona 5, what a game. Like I obviously, it's so hard because I get it. Like if you aren't into anime aesthetics and you don't really care about like if you don't want to be if you don't dream of going to Tokyo or whatever, like this probably isn't like aesthetically going to be your vibe. And that's a really hard thing to like overcome just to get to like the meat of like the story and the like general like design of the game and all these things, because the game itself is like, that's a top 5 game for me, is Persona 5.
Yeah.
Just the game. But because it's so rooted in like, you're like a high school kid in Tokyo, it's like you can't avoid a lot of those like anime tropes or whatever. Yeah. It isn't to the extent of like Yakuza where it's like becoming like it's making itself a joke, or you know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, is it? Like I've never played those games.
Yakuza is just super silly. There's a lot of goofy things going on. I'd say Persona, the tone of Persona is always like pretty serious. It takes itself seriously.
Okay.
But it is anime, so it's like I can see why it's hard to surmount these kind of aesthetic preferences
Like I heard that in Persona, you're like a high school kid, but you can like have you can like romance your teacher or something like that in it. And I was like, I'm good. Like I don't need that.
See, there are some of those.
Like, I don't know if that's even
goofy-
real, but that's what I heard. So I was like, I'm good. I'm not gonna try this.
That's fair.
Is that actually in the game?
There's romance. I don't know if you
Okay.
can. I don't know if it's like with. I doubt it's with the teacher, but there are romance options. Like
Oh,
that's a big
God.
part of the game.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. I'm like, all right.
But even with like taking another game like Metaphor Refantasio, which has like same vibes of Persona,
Okay.
putting it in a fantasy world, maybe a little bit more palatable for you, Luke. But it's still like anime art design.
Yeah.
Don't think you can do it?
I don't know. I'll challenge myself. I actually, okay, funnily enough, I did play Persona 5, but it was because I was working.
Wait, how much of so you've played Persona 5?
Yeah,
How
no,
much-
I played it for like an hour or two. And I
okay.
did it because it was actually given to me from my work. So I worked in UI for people who don't know. I made menus in a lot of games. And one of the games I was working on, they were taking inspiration from the UI in Persona 5. And like everybody on the team knew what that meant and I didn't. So they got me a copy of it and told me I could.
It's like kind of hyper stylized.
Yes,
stuff,
yeah, exactly. Where it's like, the menus are, popping out at you, and also the sound design for like the menus is really interesting too. They play different sound effects when you're scrolling through.
good.
And they actually apparently they did that as like a what do you call it? As an accessibility setting. So like people who like have trouble seeing could know where they're at in the menu. From the different sounds. Which is pretty
help
cool.
me because I struggle with, we're both colorblind,
Yeah,
so we we know what's up with that.
Right? Yeah. Which actually, by the way, being colorblind was actually a huge benefit.
Oh, I'm sure
in
actually.
UI because like
That's
I could
funny.
be like that looks whack. Like you got to change that or. But anyways, yeah.
Here's a quick little. So the thing I think you'd appreciate about Metaphor Refantasio is the boss designs are similar in nature to that of what we're seeing in Expedition 33.
Okay.
Just like these big kind of set piece designs with like a huge, like wildly designed beast or monster that we've encountered in Expedition 33. It's very similar to that.
I like that a
in
lot.
Metaphor Refantasio. The thing is this is your party. It's like anime crew.
Oh God.
But they all look cool though.
I like the guy with the wings. He looks cool.
Yeah, he's like the ship's captain, and like this guy's like a little ninja bat dude. But yeah, I can see why. Like, if you don't mess with, I don't know. I'll send you.
I'll try it.
I'll send you like I don't know. Like
How about this? You tell me one of these games and I'll try it after Expedition. You pick it.
I have a feeling you would find Metaphor Refantasio a bit more palatable than Persona 5.
Okay.
Because here's one of the boss. This is a boss.
That looks
face.
cool.
Like these just wild, crazy things that you encounter. So we'll
Is the
see.
story
We'll
good
see.
too?
Story's really good too.
Okay.
Story's really good too. Anyways, this is us getting sidetracked as we usually do, but those are our updates. We love Expedition 33.
Yeah. Go play it, guys. And don't look up anything about it.
On to our Food for Thoughtcast responses for last episode's question, which was, what card would you add to the ban list in 2026? What do you think, Luke?
So we had one in common,
Yep.
which was heuristic studies. That was probably my number one. That's got to go.
And by have in common, I think you speak for every Commander player ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just doesn't. I mean, okay, yes, it's very powerful, but more like, more so, it's just annoying to play with.
Yeah.
Having to be like, hey, are you going to pay 2? Are you going to pay 2? Every time you do anything, it's just an anti-fun card. And I learned that the hard way because I had this in a deck and then everybody wanted to shoot me every time I played it.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I sold it.
It literally just reads like, hey, I am like the biggest asshole by a lot at the table now. So you guys should all just like probably team up and kill me because I played heuristic study and it probably doesn't even matter if you try to gang up and kill me because I have heuristic study, so I'll probably just win.
Yeah. No, seriously. I also put the One Ring on there.
Okay.
I put the One Ring on
Okay.
there, and not necessarily because it's Well, okay, it is a very powerful card. You know,
Oh, yeah.
it's a very, very, very powerful
Oh,
card.
yeah.
But also too, it just feels like a little bit of a pay to win. Which I mean, I mean, there's many cards like that, but it feels like a pay to win card that, like, if you have it in your deck, I have to have it in my deck. Otherwise, where it forces everybody to pay out of pocket to play with each other a little bit.
Yeah.
And I mean,
I can agree with that. I
you
think
can
that's
rule zero it. You can proxy
well,
it. But
I think part of it is that's kind of why would the bracket system exist now.
yeah,
Is like if we agree that we're all in bracket 4, it's like we're all going into this game agreeing that we all should have 1 rings, you know?
yeah,
Or if we're bracket 3 or lower, if we're all bracket 2, none of us get 1 rings, you know?
yeah,
Bracket 3, it's like we each get 3 powerful cards, you know? Maybe you choose Ristic Study, Underworld Breach, 1 ring. Like, you can be that guy, but that's fine because it's only 3 cards and like we all have access to 3 powerful cards.
right.
So, but I think the 1 ring is a good choice because it is just ridiculous.
Yeah. Also, there's only 1 printing of it. You know, it's only in 1 set. There's no Universes Within version of it. Like,
Sure. Yeah, it's expensive. Expensive.
it's expensive. And again, you can
Cost
proxy
prohibitive.
it, but I mean, I'm just glad I grabbed one of the boxes. You know, one of the fat packs that it came in.
Right.
You know, and I didn't think anything of it. I just got it when the set came out, and
Yeah, I got lucky and opened a copy just in a pack. But
yeah, you pulled one.
yeah, I think 1 ring. So 1 ring and Ristic Study. Those are your 2 picks.
Yeah.
They're both solid picks. I also chose Ristic Study and Underworld Breach, which
Yeah,
is I think that's more so just for like CDH side of things. Like Underworld Breach doesn't really impact the lower brackets, really.
no,
I mean it could for sure. It's a massive
isn't
combo
it
piece.
uncommon?
No,
No?
I don't know. I wonder what you're thinking of. Here, let me just pull it up for you. That's from Theros Beyond Death.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it just allows you to just like if you're playing the right deck, this is a huge combo piece that allows you to just play everything from your graveyard. That's funny. We were just talking about Escape before we started recording here, and this just gives everything
Everything has
Escape, and it's
Escape,
like,
yeah.
all right, well, you know, Lion's Eye Diamond. Well, there's just so many ways of breaking. You don't even really have to think hard about breaking this card. It's just like you just cast this and get a ton of value for 2 mana.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. But this is definitely more of like a CDH ban type thing, and I don't really care about CDH
Yeah.
that much, but I think so for casual perspective, Ristic Study just needs to go.
Yeah.
And then maybe for the more competitive minded players, I think Underworld Breach is like kind of a boring card. I don't know. I mean, it's an exciting effect to play with. Like,
Yeah.
I've had I built it was like Breach Grindstone Modern deck that was recently banned. This was a banned again in Modern. They brought it back and they were like, oops. And then they banned it again almost immediately.
Our
So,
bad.
It's just that type of card where it's too powerful. But I don't know. It doesn't, like I said, doesn't affect the lower bracket. So maybe it's fine. I don't know.
No, I could see a reason to ban this. I'm down. I can get behind it.
All right. Cool. So those are our 3. 1 ring, Ristic Study, Underworld Breach. Gone.
See you later.
Finito.
Thanos banned.
They're done.
Yep.
In terms of WotC news, before we get on to the main topic of the episode, which we're both extremely excited to talk about, our favorite cards in our collection.
Yep.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. But WotC news, we have Final Fantasy. It's going down.
Yeah, it's real.
It's right around the corner here.
How do you feel about it? What are you thinking? What are your initial thoughts on the set?
I don't want to be a Debbie Downer because I don't want to yuck other people's yums.
Okay.
I'm just simply not a Final Fantasy guy. I'm realizing that I think previously I've taken the stance that like Universes Beyond is cool because it connects audiences from different fan bases, like Magic fan base and like Final Fantasy or Lord of the Rings or Doctor Who or whatever. Like people gets people into the game, gets people into the other property, whatever. And I think that's such like, I've now realized that perspective is, it's minded towards, it's like, it's idealistic in the sense, if you frame this as like, hey, these have to impact the game of Magic the Gathering, using the excuse like, oh, this just brings people together. It brings gamers together.
Yeah,
and into it's like, well, what? But like, when it comes down to it, these are now Magic the Gathering cards that impact the game Magic the Gathering, and this is an entire like several hundred card standard legal set now that we have to engage with.
Yep. And
now really seeing it in practice and seeing that now I have to, like, and I guess I don't have to, but Cloudbound Moogle this is a Magic the Gathering card now.
Yep.
In standard, which also means Pioneer, which also means Modern, which also means Legacy, which also means Vintage, means everything.
Yeah.
Commander, whatever. Man, I don't know if I dig it.
Yeah.
Like, Lord, I think that's my issue here now is like straight to standard is a no-go for me. I get why they had to do it. There's all the issues now here with Arena and not having access to the IP for whatever. Like, you know, there's a lot of issues here. But, man, Moogle's Valor, that's a Magic card. Slitskin, the Moogle Merchant, this is a Magic the Gathering guy now.
Yep.
You can say that it's a Final Fantasy guy all you want. This is a Magic the Gathering card now, Luke. And it just is in all formats.
Yeah.
And like I have had like the Straight to Eternal, I'm realizing doesn't like affect the game as wholeheartedly. Because like who knows, maybe there's a Slitskin deck that now we have to see at Pro Tour we don't, but this is just like a random example.
Yeah, yeah.
But you have to see these cards on the Pro Tour. It's like, I don't know if I vibe with that.
Yeah, or like also too, they're nowhere safe now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's no like, oh man, I don't like this Universes Beyond thing. But that's okay. I just play Modern, so I don't have to deal with it. Or, you know, I just play Standard, so I don't have to deal with that. That's not, you know, there's no safe plays anymore. This is an invasive species that has crept its way into the entire ecosystem now.
Yeah, like I think that's what it is. Because obviously we felt this a little bit with the One Ring, like you mentioned before. It just is. Yeah. The second that came out, it was in Modern, it was in Legacy, and it was a plague upon those formats for sure. It still is a plague upon them.
Still is.
But yeah, there's just something.
There's something about having selfies be a eternal keyword now that just really doesn't jive with me.
What was the selfie card?
No, it was, I sent it to you. Oh gosh, I forgot what it was.
I think we deleted hold on. If I just do, this is the test. I'm in Scryfall. If I go Oracle text selfie.
Yep.
Man, that felt really bad. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen.
It is a searchable keyword.
:selfie in Scryfall. You guys try this for yourself and see what pops up and see how you feel about that.
And it's like an anime guy, like, you know, giving the peace sign to the camera. It's like, what are we doing? What happened? What happened?
Man, maybe we just need to play Final Fantasy 15.
I've never played a Final Fantasy game, so I don't like. This might be a cool guy. This might be a fun character that everybody likes. I don't know who.
We also have Maybox now. We got the drop top with the Regalia. Final Fantasy 15, which I'll just to like preface all this. I've only played 2 Final Fantasy games. I played a little, probably like the first chunk of Final Fantasy 7, which I should probably go back and beat. I know it's like the best one, whatever. And then I don't know why, but I picked up Final Fantasy 15 back in college. This was like just after college or whenever it came out. It was fun. I didn't play the whole thing, but I played like half of it maybe.
Okay.
It was solid, but you drive around in a drop top listening to the radio and like
I thought these were like, I was like texting you. I was like, I thought this game was like high fantasy. I didn't realize that there was like cars in it. You know, there's like a Rolls. You know, we got a Rolls Royce in the picture. Like I don't know. It's weird.
Well, that's the thing that's kind of interesting about the Final Fantasy IP to me is that yes, it is rooted in like this high fantasy or fantasy world, but they do blend like sci-fi elements. Final Fantasy 7 is almost more so a sci-fi game than it is
Okay.
high fantasy.
That's cool.
Anyways, yeah. We've got selfies in Magic now. I hate to, and I really like, I literally said, I started this statement by being like, I don't want to yuck other people's yums. And then I just had to Scryfall search selfie, and it's a thing now. So I don't know. I don't know what to think currently, but here are some cool cards.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, I'm in the same boat. This is not the set for me. Like I said before, I'm not really much of an anime guy. I've never played Final Fantasy. But the set seems really powerful. Like, I mean, again, we've talked about this before. I have a hard time like determining if something is powerful or not. But
Sure.
this seems pretty powerful to me. I don't know. It seems like the power level of, like Lord of the Rings and stuff, but it's a standard set now.
Yeah, I haven't been able to like fully gauge how playable a lot of these cards are in other constructed formats. It does feel like this is kind of like a commander set that ended up being a standard set. I don't know. There's just so many legendaries and like stuff that does nothing for.
I noticed that. There's so many legendaries in this set. Is this the most legendaries released in a set before? Because like I feel like every other creature is a legendary creature in this set. I could be wrong, but
I'm sure there's a way we can
Scryfall this.
Run the numbers, but I'm just gonna real quick. Is first print, so we don't get all the older printings. So there are 96 new legendary cards in Final. I think that's
an
a lot. Insane amount of legendary cards at first printing, and that's not even including.
I thought you were going to say
set.
30.
Yeah, no, I thought I was 96. I knew it was going to be like 50 plus, but 96. What are we doing? What is this,
dude? We're just saturating the market here. This is wild. Okay, well, I mean, sorry guys. You're watching us in real time. Realize, wait, was this a mistake? Like, this is wild. 96.
It's pretty wild. It's cool. Granted, all this being said, there's some cool freaking cards.
Yeah.
So cool designs here.
Yeah. No, I agree. Like, I totally agree. There is some really cool stuff here. So wait, which cards to you kind of poked out? What were your initial cool, on your cool card list?
I will point to a couple legendaries just because I feel like we have to for Commander.
Of course.
And then there are a couple like little kind of sleepers or just like little cards that I think are like intriguing. Like just now, I noticed that there's an MDFC card called Crystal Fragments that it's an equipment that you can flip into a saga creature. So
that's kind of fun.
I've never seen some nonsense like this. And I don't know if this card is good. I'm not really reading it because there are too many words on it, but an equipment that you can flip into not just a saga, but a saga creature. There's a lot going on here. So I feel like we need to give credit where credit's due. They clearly over-designed the hell out of the set.
Yeah.
And there's probably some gems hidden in here. So I think we just need to spend some time and really delve into some of these cards.
Yeah.
But again, even if it is a good card, are we really playing this anime lady just because, again, not yucking yums, but I'm not putting Aerith Gainsborough in my life gain deck just because she's a powerful life gain card. I don't know. That's just me.
I'm good. Also, a lot of this art, I mean, again, this is also just me personally, but a lot of the art in this makes it feel like I should know who these people are, but I don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
well, that's because it's for the Final Fantasy fans.
Yeah, like I don't know. They're like, I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking. But
let me point to a few cards that I like, and then we'll point to a few cards you like, and we'll move on with our lives, I guess.
Yeah.
So all of our disgruntled rambling aside, There's some cool designs
There is.
in the Final Fantasy set. One of which that I particularly like is Tella, Great Sage from Final Fantasy 4. Okay. And he is a 5-mana 3/3 human wizard, legendary, so he can be your commander. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a 1/1 colorless hero creature token. If 4 or more mana was spent to cast that spell, draw 2 cards. If 8 or more mana was spent to cast that spell, sacrifice Tella, and it deals that much damage to each opponent.
That's awesome.
To me, this is the coolest Is It spell slinging deck, period. There's so many like.
I mean, I wouldn't say the great. I mean,
Okay, well,
you know.
there's Niv.
Garrett Stein is pretty cool.
Yeah,
you know?
okay, yeah. I'm not gonna. There's some cool.
Yeah, but it's
Whatever.
up there. It's in the top 5.
To me, I've tried to build a couple Is It spell slinging decks, and I always just get bored.
Dang.
Tella is like, hey, what if we did that, but also you just drew a ton of cards, and we can throw a bunch of weird X spells in here where you can just pump as much mana into this as possible, and I'll explode and kill all your opponents. Like, this is kind of a funky design that I can get down with.
I like it.
And the art is cool. Like, the alternate art is sick.
All the art for it looks cool.
The regular art's sick too. He's like kind of like this mad arcane wizard with a bunch of fire and whatnot.
I bet this guy is super beloved. And I
hope
have
he is.
no idea who he is.
Maybe he's a bad guy. I don't know. But I think the next guy that I picked is a bad guy. He just looks evil as hell.
Oh, yeah.
So,
No, this guy's...
He's definitely the antagonist to Final Fantasy VI. If you guys can guess who I'm talking about. This is Kefka, Court Mage. For 2, a blue, a black, and a red. So he's Grixis. You get a 4/5 legendary human wizard. Whenever Kefka enters or attacks, each player discards a card. Then you draw a card for each card type among cards discarded this way. Kind of sweet. So he's like some weird, it's like a Titan that has...
But he's like a demon clown.
And hate, and you get to draw stuff. So...
What does he transform into?
Well, we're getting
sorry.
that.
I'm jumping the gun here.
For 8 mana, each opponent sacrifices a permanent of their choice. Transform Kefka. Activate only as a sorcery. Look at this.
Oh,
He turns into
okay.
Kefka, Ruler of Ruin. He is a 5/7 legendary avatar wizard with flying. Whenever an opponent loses life during your turn, you draw that many cards.
That's pretty good.
Pretty gnarly.
That's pretty good.
Granted, it is an 8 mana activation cost to get here.
Yeah.
But even just the front side of Kefka is sick.
Yeah, that seems pretty good.
He's
He's kind of expensive though.
5 mana it's fine in Commander.
$5 for that? Come on, that's pretty expensive.
In Commander for a card engine that ETB and attack trigger?
Yeah, but 3 of those dollars are different colors.
This is not a problem.
Okay.
Casting Kefka is not the problem with this card.
Oh, okay.
I think he's powerful enough. He's worth the price tag for sure. It's the flipping 8 mana. I don't know, maybe you just do Grixis big mana, because
Why not?
honestly, you don't even really need to do anything else with this deck. You just have Kefka on board and you're happy. He's got a ton of different arts. He's like a goofy little clown guy. I don't know. He's kind of freaking me out a little bit.
Yeah, I don't like
He
this.
this one looks cool.
That looks creepy. That's nightmare fuel.
This one's my favorite though. Collector number 322. It's like this kind of kabuki stencil or colored pencil rather type vibes. Yeah, so I dig those guys a lot. And I've got 2 more that I wanted to point to real quick. One is Dreams of Laguna. This is a super who cares card. It is a common. It's for 1 and a blue. It's an instant speed. Surveil 1, draw a card. So it's like a slightly more expensive Consider. It also has flashback 3 and a blue. So it's a Consider that you can do again from your graveyard. So
yeah.
this is a very, I don't know, boring card maybe, but to me this is like kind of cool. It's also like cool art. It's like these mercenaries in a bar just chilling.
Yeah, that's cool.
Like this doesn't scream Final Fantasy to me necessarily. So
No.
this is a card I might throw in my cube in place of Consider, but we'll see. I think Consider is just probably a better card, but I'm considering.
Yeah, you'll
Dreams of
consider
Laguna.
it. Okay.
And then the final card is Summon Knights of the Round, which I kind of touched on earlier in the fact that there are now creature sagas. So this is an enchantment creature saga knight. Wow, what a type line.
That's so convoluted. Okay.
What a type line.
Yeah.
And it's 8 mana. So
That's
it's
expensive.
an 8 mana, Summon Knights of the Round. You get a 3/3 indestructible enchantment creature saga knight. So this means that you also get, it's a 3/3 body that's indestructible that also comes with all the text of a saga enchantment. And it looks like it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 saga turns, right? For lore counters. The first 4 lore counters you get to create 3 2/2 white knight creature tokens. It's pretty
That's really
sweet.
good.
And this
4 turns.
this likely just chills. You're just chilling with Summon Knights.
And you
of the
can't
Round.
get rid of it because it's indestructible.
Yeah, but you will have to sacrifice it after 5. You will have to do that eventually. But your opponents probably aren't going to be able to kill this thing. Hopefully. We'll see. And then once you hit 5, you get Ultimate End. Other creatures you control get +2/+2 until end of turn. Put an indestructible counter on each of them.
That's really annoying.
Super annoying, but it's hard to
Like, imagine if you put that in Preston.
I
Everything
know.
gets +2/+2 and indestructible, and you already have
Yeah.
like 50 tokens.
It's just 8 mana though. It's 8 mana that like you have to wait 5 turns to get that effect. I just like this
I gotta
card.
stare at it for 5 turns and
Yeah,
know I
hate-
can't do anything about it.
I gotta stare at this Final Fantasy card for 5 turns. No, thank you.
Honestly, is the Final Fantasy set the nerf for this card? Is that like is that the worst part
No,
about
I think it's 8 mana that, I mean, granted, 8 mana for its 4 bodies that are all, I don't know. It's hard. It's really hard for me to, because
Also,
it's 3/2/2, so it's 6, 9. So you get 9 power for 8 mana on 4 bodies. It's like it's not an exciting rate, but it's like fine.
yeah,
And then
yeah.
you get that for the next 4 turns. Seems pretty good. I don't know. I can see token decks using this as like a haymaker, but your deck really has to care about the creation of tokens. And I don't know. Even once you hit that 5 +2/+2 and indestructible isn't like wild.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's cool, and I wanted to point out that we now have enchantment creature sagas now.
Yikes.
How about you, Luke? What were a few Final Fantasy cards you enjoyed?
I got a couple here. So the first one is the Earth Crystal, which is the most Yorvo card I've ever seen in my life, which reads for 2 colorless and 2 trees. It's green spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. And then the next part is if 1 or more +1/+1 counters would be put onto the creature, twice that many +1/+1 counters are put on that creature instead. And then for 6, you can tap it and distribute 2 +1/+1 counters among 1 or 2 creatures you control. So basically, green spells cost less, make more +1/+1s. And it's an artifact. It's a legendary artifact. So pretty good.
Yeah, there's a whole cycle of these crystals. I think one for each color, and it's like Earth, Wind, and Fire plus some other stuff. But it's just funny that it's literally Earth, Wind, and Fire.
I love that.
And yeah, they all have this like cost reduction. I think they're all really good.
Yeah.
I think they're all really solid.
Yeah. And I pointed out this one because it's green and that's the color I care about.
Heck yeah, I think it might be. I guess I need to look at the other ones again, but I think this was probably my favorite. It's simple, it's sweet, but it does a lot.
I like it. Yeah. The next one I really liked was Genova Ancient Calamity.
Yes, I initially put this one too.
I thought it was pretty cool. Also, first of all, we now have the alien creature type. I don't know if that existed before.
I think it did in
Like Infinity, maybe?
Yeah, Infinity is what came to mind for me. Maybe in Doctor Who. Yeah,
But-
Doctor Who. It was first seen in Infinity.
Yeah. Okay.
Continue.
So now it's an Infinity creature type is now in standard. But anyways,
it.
it's a legendary creature, and it says at the beginning of combat on your turn, put a number of +1/+1 counters equal to Genova's power on up to one other target creature. That creature becomes a mutant in addition to its other types, and it says when a mutant you control dies during your turn, draw cards equal to its power. So basically, it's just like, you put +1/+1 counters on a creature, it becomes a mutant, you sack it, and you get to draw a bunch of cards. And also, I don't know who this character is. I don't know. Apparently, they're from Final Fantasy. What is that? 7?
Yeah.
So I don't know who this is, but they look cool too. The art's awesome. This might be a beloved character. I don't know, but
Almost certainly. But set collector number 346. I love this kind of borderless art. It's very sweet.
yeah, I don't know. Also, too, I don't have any. What is that? Grixis? Black, green?
Golgari.
Golgari. So I do not have any Golgari decks. So maybe I'll make this.
Maybe.
Maybe I'll make this. So
I think the prerequisite is you have to complete Final Fantasy 7.
No, I'm okay. That's all right. I'll leave that to you guys.
All right.
My last one. So I don't know anything about Final Fantasy, but I hear about this character all the time from everybody, and I think I know why. But yeah, Tifa Lockhart is in Magic the Gathering.
Nice.
I think people like her for a couple reasons, but she's mono green, and I don't know if that's fitting for her. I don't know what her deal is, but I just thought it was kind of funny. She, Tifa Lockhart, this beloved character, is kind of she's in my realm. She's in the green. She's in the green world. But yeah, her ability is that she has trample and landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, double Tifa Lockhart's power until the end of turn. So she seems pretty good. $2, trample, beef her up every time you put down a land. I don't know. I don't know if that's fitting for her character. I don't know if that's fitting for her gameplay, but yeah, I just thought it was kind of fun. This character I've heard a lot about, that's very beloved, is green. So kind of cool.
Yeah. There's also the other Tifa from the commander set. I don't know if she's the face commander, but she's in the commander set, and she's Naya. So red, green, and white. So kind of cool.
Cool. Is she like in the game? Is she like a ninja? Like, what's her deal? Like, what's her? I don't know anything about her. Okay.
I couldn't tell you. It's been years since I played Final
She looks
Fantasy
like a boxer,
7, and I only
maybe.
played
She's
half
got
of
like
it.
fire
So-
fists. I don't know.
Yeah, no, she looks very cool. So, anyways, yeah, those are our favorite cards from the Final Fantasy set that we do not like.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming to our TED Talk.
Also, us describing Final Fantasy is like when my parents describe like shows on Netflix they're watching, It's so bad. But so bad.
It's just not for us. That's
for
just,
us, dude.
it's just how she goes. It's just how she goes.
We tried, guys. We tried.
So now, on to this episode's main topic, which is our Magic collection.
Yeah.
Luke had the idea. Yeah, how did this idea come up, Luke, by the way?
So, I've talked about this on the show before, but I'm getting married in July, and when you have bigger life events, you kind of think back on some, I don't know. You think introspectively about the past, and so I actually recently, we talked about it at the top of the hour, but I love watches, and I have a watch collection, and I wrote an article about the watches in my collection and why they're important and what they mean to me. And it started getting me thinking. I was like, what's the other collectible thing in my life? I guess you could say collectible, but it is Magic the Gathering. And so I have, every Magic the Gathering player has a library of cards. And for me, some of those cards stick out for various reasons, and
Totally.
so I just I wanted to hear, I was curious to know what your favorite 5 cards are. and kind of the stories behind them and why they're meaningful to you. And so this is kind of a more, this isn't like, we're talking, listeners, we're not talking about like game mechanics or anything. This is just pure like, two guys just shooting the breeze about
nostalgia,
and
through our MTG journeys.
Yeah, and like just what some of our favorite cards are and why they're meaningful to us.
Yeah, I love that. I've never really sat down and thought about it. Obviously, over the years, I've collected a bunch of Magic and have a bunch of cards that I absolutely love. Like on my desk, we've got a couple that I'm going to talk about here. But it was kind of fun. Like I went through more or less my whole collection, went through my decks, and was just narrowing it down to my top 5. It was a lot of fun. Yeah. And so we're gonna go from 5 to 1. We'll each give, our favorite top 5 Magic cards in our collection. Before we do that, we've got a bunch of honorable mentions though, just because
it's hard to narrow down.
It's so hard. When I was doing this thought exercise that you pitched, I was like, man, how am I supposed to just like only talk about 5 cards?
Right?
So I was like, let's do an honorable mentions rapid fire round where I can just really quick word vomit all of the other cards that I want to talk about, but we don't have time for.
Yeah, perfect.
So here are my honorable mentions. I've got this on my desk. One of the 3 cards I have on my desk, we'll talk about the other 2 in a bit, is this signed artist proof of Preston the Vanisher. And I contacted Christina Kraus, she's a German artist. So she lives in Germany.
Okay, cool.
And so I reached out to her and she was like, yeah, I've got a couple. And she was very sweet, very nice, by the way. And so this came all the way from Germany to be a focal point in my collection because Preston the Vanisher, kind of like the first big commander project of mine. I'd had other commander decks that I had brewed, but Preston's just like, it's a pet deck. It's got like a really big spot in my heart for the game of Magic. So having an artist proof of Preston mattered a lot to me. So I'm really excited to have that. Some other honorable mentions is I've got binder pages of Japanese foil wild dogs.
Yeah, you do. Let's go.
I've got like the retro border in foil and like the current border foil. All Japanese foils just because, for wild dogs, you have to.
For the culture.
I've got a Rocks Faith Mender with a price sticker on it, which I was like looking through, I was in Game Universe in Mequon, and was like looking through, I was like, oh, here's a Rocks Faith Mender. I think I need this for a deck or whatever. And I like pulled it out to look at it, and I noticed, I was like, what? The sticker, this isn't on the sleeve, this is on the card itself. And so I brought it to the counter, and the guy's like, I was like, yeah, so this is like just a damaged card. Like, he was like, wait, what? And then he went to like peel it, and he was like, oh my God. He was like looking around like, what idiot put the price sticker directly on this card? And he was like, here, you can just have it.
Yeah,
so he just gave it to me. So it's just a funny card that I've got in my binder. I also have a Nalathani Dragon, which it's damaged. It's in really bad shape. It's somewhere on my desk. I'm not going to dig around for it for you, Luke.
Okay.
But it's the first promo card for Magic the Gathering.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Nalathani Dragon. So I'm just really happy to have that in my collection. I've also, just on my desk here, I've got this signed Rampant Growth, which Luke got signed for me back at MagicCon last year.
I love it.
And my last honorable mention is going to be Anhava Inn. I've got a really beat up, just like totally, it's like a card that has 0 monetary value at all.
Okay.
But my cube, which I just built, is called the Anhava Inn because it's, again, we'll get into all the aesthetics of my cube in another episode once we've spent some time with it. But this card just has a really special place in my heart. I love the art. It's from Homelands, the set that has Joven, has a bunch of other goofy bad cards that are cool in my eyes.
I love it.
So I've got this banged up copy of Anhava Inn that I'll always treasure. So yeah, those are just a few of my many, many honorable mentions that I would love to just sit here and talk your ear off about. But
I love it. Yeah, I'd say for honorable mentions on my side, this is kind of a stupid one, but I call it my lure collection. So I have a
That's right.
I have a lure
about your
collection.
lure
You know, I had like my friend's dad growing up had like a collection of like antique like fishing lures. And so my version of that is that I have a collection of different art treatments for the card lure. And there's
I love that
and,
so
and
much.
my rule with my lure collection is that I have to find it in a box in real life. I cannot order it online.
Love it.
So I have 3 right now. And I have some pretty good ones. I have, the basic one, which is, they're reprinted all the time. It's no big deal. But I have a really fun one. I have one from Phil Foglio.
Oh, nice.
Which is and it's signed, which
heck yeah.
again, found it
Cool.
in a bulk box for 5 cents or whatever. And it's really funny. It's like a goblin and it has like a fishing lure on its mouth and it's like being pulled. So that's a really fun one. And then I also found like a more seductive lure.
Oh yeah,
which is like an elf with an apple, like from 8th
edition.
From 8th edition, like spicily just kind of pointing it at you. And there are some other printings of lure since then, but they're kind of harder to find. Yeah, there's like the apple one. Yep.
Oh yeah, the alpha beta revised.
Yeah. So this
ABR
is so
lure.
I got to find one of those in a
7th edition foil.
Oh, that's so cool.
It's only $5. I was like, this is gonna cost you an arm and a leg.
Nope.
Eventually though, this is a grail right here.
That's a grail right there. Yeah.
I find that in a store somewhere.
So yeah, it looks like I only have 2 more printings left to get. I'm not gonna get
for the art.
Yeah, like art.
Oh,
I'm just getting the art print. Art.
Gotcha.
Printings.
Yeah.
But so I have 3 of the 6.
Heck yeah. It's
Or
cool
5,
that you
5.
Because you got this signed by Phil at last year's MagicCon, right? When we were there.
Yeah.
So that's cool because that's like part of the memory of that card too.
Yep.
I love that.
So pretty fun. And then another one I have is, I've talked about it on the show before, but I have an AP signed Shelkin Brownie, which we talked about. And that was a whole, I've talked about it on the show. Yeah, we were in line. It's a card from Doug Schuler, and he's an interesting guy to say the least.
He's one of our favorites. Yeah, was it you? One of us Scryfall didn't do this, I think, right?
Yeah. One of us like Scryfall randomed on it. No. Actually, no. You were like, look at this weird card from Doug Schuler. Look how crazy
it was
seductive.
when I was going through his catalog to find cards to like have signed for last year's MagicCon. Oh my gosh.
And also when I was in line, this was a complete impulse buy because like I was in line and he had like a book of artist proofs and it was like on the first page. And I was like, oh, I got to buy that.
That's so
I have a signed AP Shelkin Brownie, which
pretty sweet.
When we eventually have a proper recording studio, it will be on the wall. We're getting our scalps slowly. We're putting together our rat pack of art and just random
I know
stuff.
I saw when we were doing show notes together last night. I kept seeing Shelkin Brownie go like, maybe he's number 4, maybe he's number 5. So he's like right on the cusp. He was moving around. He's like, oh, he's got to go into honorable mentions. But
he's an honorable.
He's probably number 6 if there had to be a 6.
Yeah, he's the 6th. He's the 6th man for sure.
All right, well, let's just get right into our top 5 Magic cards in our collection.
Yeah, let's do it.
So I'm going to start with, and this is kind of my random one. So my number 5 favorite card in my Magic collection is this foil planar guide, which let me pull them up on Scryfall here for you, Luke. I'll also hand you the card too. So it's a rare from Legions. So the foil, it's not, I think I got a decent deal on it, but
it's a very gorgeous.
A rare foil from Legions is kind of cool to have, and he's in my Preston deck, so that's why I got him. It's just kind of a funky flicker effect. He's a 1-mana 1/1 cleric with the activated ability for 4 mana for 3 and a white. Remove planar guide from the game. Remove all creatures from the game. At the end of turn, return those creatures to play under their owner's control. So this is like, in a weird way, for 1 mana, you get this down board, and then at any point in the game, it's a 4 mana instant speed. Hey, let's flicker everyone's character, everyone's creatures, and then they all get their ETBs. So it's just like kind of like
It's chaos.
It's chaos. It's a really cool card that I, didn't initially see. And the reason why it's in my top 5 was when I added this to the deck, this was when my wife and I were first pregnant with our daughter. And I remember I was waiting for her. She was at a doctor's appointment, and I went to all of them with her. And so I was just in the waiting room. And as one does when you're just waiting, I was on TCG Player just in the lobby at the hospital. And I have a Japanese copy of Planar Guide 2. And I was like, I kind of just want an English one for my commander deck. Because I don't like having a ton of Japanese cards in my commander decks. So I was like, well, what if I just ordered a foil English one right now? It was like the most random $7 or whatever I spent on, whatever I spent on this. But it has like, the reason why it's number 5 is because this is like, in a weird way, tied in with the journey of my daughter and my wife and my family. So it's like, it's got that kind of connection for me in a kind of wholesome way, I guess you could say.
I love that. The impulse buy in the waiting room at a hospital.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
What's your number 5?
Yeah, so my number 5 is I have a copy of Lightning Strike, which is reprinted all the time. But I have my favorite artist of all time is Frank Frazetta. He is kind of the guy who invented fantasy painting, which is actually where a lot of Magic the Gatherings,
right.
Like, a lot of their painting style came from Frank Frazetta. He's a really interesting guy. Yeah, here you can play around with that. So I have like a foil version of this. I bought it was a secret layer, and I bought the entire secret layer in foil, which is hilarious because now all these cards are, they're like, 1000xing in price.
Like the Dark Ritual I was showing you?
Yeah, like the Dark Ritual and stuff like that. But specifically, I like the Lightning Strike because, as you know, but the listeners don't, my mom is a painter. That's her job. She's not like, it's not just like, oh, this is my hobby, but it's like her actual occupation. And she was like an art teacher for a while. And yeah, but she's a painter. And so my mom had a studio in her house where she would work out of. And she has like basically like a library all these painting reference books. And so as kids, we would just like, I would go through all the books and I would like put a piece of paper on them and like trace, and I would like draw all of them. But my favorite one that she had was that she has all of Frank Frazetta's paintings in a book. And so that like blew my like 10-year-old, 12-year-old mind going through all Frank Frazetta's paintings, and they're all like war scenes and stuff. Also, a lot of spicy stuff too. He definitely liked the ladies. So, but yeah, no, I have vivid memory of like watching Saturday morning cartoons and redrawing this painting, which is his painting Against the Gods, which is a fantasy guy with a sword and there's like lightning striking it and all that stuff. And so I have vivid memory of me like on a Saturday morning watching cartoons and like drawing this in like trying to redraw this painting in my like little kid notebook.
That's awesome.
And so so my number 5 spot has to be Lightning Strike. Against the Gods, Frank Frazetta.
Heck yeah. Yeah, and all, like you said, all of the arts that they chose for the secret lair are all so sick.
Yeah,
it's hard to pick one, as the favorite because they're all just fantastic.
And the Seize the Day and the Midnight Reaper are both, these are both from his like Death Dealer series. And the Death Dealer paintings are very, very famous if people don't know. They actually like somebody like these paintings were so famous that like they had like a novel series written.
Oh wow!
Like a series of novels.
That's so cool.
Like written just based off of this guy's paintings. That's how prolific he was.
Wow.
People just saw pictures and were like, "Man, I'm gonna write entire lore books on this one painting."
That's so sick.
So, also Frank Frazetta is awesome in that his daughters. So He was a very great artist, horrible businessman.
Okay.
He gave away paintings like to like his like dentist and stuff,
Oh,
like because
really?
he just was like buddies.
I kind of like that though.
Yeah,
I
he
like
was-
that.
So it's like so you can actually find a lot of his like sketches and stuff on like eBay for just a couple $100 because he was just so like, oh, you're my neighbor. Here's a painting. Here's a famous painting that
Wow.
is the cover of books and stuff.
Right.
And so his daughters are trying to recollect all of his work, and like they're putting together they have a museum.
Oh yeah, sure.
Of his house, his house, and so you can like walk around his studio and stuff. But
Where is it?
I want to say it's in the Northeast. It's either in the Northeast or Florida. I don't
Left
remember.
Wild Dogs field trip.
Yeah, I'm
That'd
down.
be sweet.
I'm down. All right, what's your number 4?
All right, number 4. It's got to go to on my desk here. I have a Pine Barrens, which this is a bad Magic card, by the way. It's a land that comes into play tapped. So this is a tapped land that you tap it for 1 colorless mana, or you tap it for black or green and it deals 1 damage to you.
That's bad.
So this is just a land where wastes that deals damage to you, but it comes in tapped. So it's just like all downside.
Yep.
However, the name is Pine Barrens. So I sent this to shout out to Awful Altars. You can check them out on Instagram. But it is a Sopranos altar, and it's got Christopher and Paulie during the episode, which is called Pine Barrens. So it's just
That's so funny.
it's like I the opportunity popped up. I think
Oh my
Awful
gosh.
Awful Altars posted a video. They're constantly posting like their altars that they do, and they're all hilarious. But they did a lighthouse altar of just like Willem Dafoe's face. I wonder if I could pull that up quick. My Instagram's
That's hilarious.
not connected. Maybe it's connected. Actually, I totally can do this. Let me just show you.
Also, that's pretty cool that you got Awful Altars to like you have an Awful Altars.
Right. Yeah, it was this
Card.
one. It was the Toxic Deluge of Willem Dafoe's face in the lighthouse. So I DM'd him and I was like, hey, is this still available? And he's like, no, sorry, it just sold. And I was like, oh, that's too bad. And I was like, well, do you do commissions? Like, are your commissions open right now? He's like, yeah. Like, what do you got? What do you want? And in that moment, I was like, oh, he would be perfect to do Pine Barrens on a Pine Barrens, So eventually this will be in my Vati Ildal deck, which is Golgari. It's just bad, but it's like eventually this is going to make its way from this display on my desk back into that commander deck. So, yeah, shout out to the Sopranos. Shout out to my first altered card that I had commissioned from Awful Altars. And yeah, it's just one of the most infamous episodes in Sopranos history. So just very, very happy to have that as part of my collection.
Oh, I love it.
How about you?
I
What's
love it.
number 4 for Luke?
All right, my number 4 spot is I have an artist proof with art. I don't know if there's a name for it, but
Oh yeah,
I have a Rampant Growth from Steve Belladin, which I've talked about like being in his line and stuff in past episodes when I was at MagicCon. And I have him. He has an artist proof, so the back is all white, and then he's drawn on it like a squirrel with like a bar graph behind him, because it's Rampant Growth, so it's like like this, and also by the way, the time I bought this was when the whole GameStop stock thing was happening.
That's too funny.
And what's kind of funny is that I actually had GameStop, like I had like a couple stocks of GameStop, and I sold it in like the peak of like when all this was going down. So I like to think that I bought Rampant Growth with the proceeds from the GameStop
Oh, I love that.
stock thing that went down. Yeah, this is like if people are listening to this like 10 years from now, they're gonna be like, "What is he talking about?" But,
Yeah, right.
Just Google it. It was a weird time.
It was.
But yeah, no, I have this, and like I talked about it, before, where I was in line at Steve Belladin's for like 2 hours, and I like became buddies with the people around us, and like there was a lot of shenanigans that happened in that line. We had people like cutting in. It was just a whole thing. But then, yeah, but when we actually got to getting around to talking to Steve Bellet, and he was like a really nice guy, and he was like giving everybody time and like was asking them, and I bought this, and I remember he was like, "Oh, that's a great one. I had a lot of fun doing that one," and he was talking about it. But yeah, I have like a squirrel. Yeah, it's like a weird. You'll see in the picture when we post this, but there's on the blank side and the back, it's like a squirrel looking menacingly with like a stock portfolio in the background. It's pretty funny.
It's awesome. And it's like, I like how on the front it's the like golden-ish ink.
Yeah.
For the signature.
Yeah.
That's special. That's really good.
Also, it's like one of those funny things where like I bought this card and it was like, I don't know, like $100 or something. And then he's like, it comes with a free signature. I was like, okay. Like I'm already like signatures are like 50 cents. Like, okay, cool, dude. Like, great. Thanks for the deal. Like, but yeah, no, that was that's my number 4.
Love it. All right. Number 3. This is pretty special to me. I officially own a dual land now. So this is
That's exciting.
This is my revised Badlands, which is in my Crooks deck. So our buddy Taylor sold this to me for a good price, all things considered. It's definitely got a bit of wear and tear on it, but that's what you're looking for. That's kind of what you want, I feel, from a lot of these classic Magic cards, especially dual lands. Obviously, if you've got near mint duels, like that's super cool too. But I just like that this has a history to it. Like you can see the history on this card, and yeah, just the fact that I now own a dual land.
That's pretty cool.
It's a very special card to have as part of your collection, and it's in my favorite deck, my Crooks the Dual Commander / Canlander Rakdos midrange deck. So yeah, really not much else to say besides, hey, I've got a Badlands, and that's all I need to say. I think
pretty cool.
I'm very, very happy to have this in my collection now. So
that's pretty cool.
How about you? Number 3.
All right. My number 3 card is the Great Henge. So the Great Henge was my first value chase card.
Mm-hmm.
I really, 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 really wanted this card for a long time. And I was buying packs hoping to crack it. Like I was really lusting after this card for a long time. And then I actually bought this card kind of as a gift to myself when I worked on the video game Multiverses when that game came out. This was like kind of like,
oh, cool.
And by the way, this card was like what, $40? Like, it's not a lot, but it's like, for me, it's a lot,
That's expensive for a Magic card.
Yeah.
For sure.
So those kind of commemorate that whole situation, that game coming out. And, it's funny. Back in the day, I thought that, I was like, oh, this is a $40 Magic card. Therefore, it must be the best card of all time. Like it's, like for a card to cost that much, that'd be crazy, But, since then, this card is, there's a lot more cards that are more busted than this.
Sure. But it's like classically powerful though.
It's classically busted.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, this was the most expensive Magic card I've bought to date.
Yeah, it looks like it's gone up since then too. It's like sitting around 60.
Oh, okay.
Is that the original printing?
Yeah, this is the original printing.
Take a peek actually.
Also, funnily enough, when I bought this at our local game store, and I was like, yeah, I want the Great Henge. And then he tried to like swap out and give me like a more recent printing, and I was like, no, I want the original printing.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, oh, sorry about that, like my bad. I was like, yeah, don't play that game with me, sir. I know what I want. Yeah, like he gave me like the Commander Masters version, and I was like, no, I want that. Nice. I want the one next to it. And he's like, oh, sounds good. Sorry about that. And I was like, yeah, give me the real thing, boy.
I love that because I like when I can. I like to get original printings. Obviously, we don't have to get into like aesthetics right now, but certain decks you aesthetically do a certain thing. Yeah. But you can't go wrong with just getting non-foil original print of a card. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's just like classic. Like if I had, and I don't have a copy of the Great Henge, but if I had to have one, it would be that exact printing for sure.
I love it. So that's my number 3, the Great Henge.
Cool. All right, number 2. This is my number 2, number 1. It was hard to pick.
Yeah.
Which was which. But I have to go for number 2. This is my Mark Tadine signed foreign black border Soul Ring. And I've got the shadow signature on it. And I believe it's the German foreign black border. So
That's
it's
cool.
Sonnenring, which is very cool. And yeah, I got to, this was this year, so this was like for my birthday at MagicCon Chicago. I made a mad dash when we got there for the Mark Tadine line. It was like, I have to pick one. Again, that's my tech that I recommend you guys do. When you pull up to MagicCon at the start of the day, pick one artist that you really, really want. That's like one of the more sought after artists, and just go do that line and just bite the bullet and just sit there for however long. Fortunately, Tadine's line, because we were early, it was like pretty chill. I think we were there for maybe like a half hour. Which
Okay.
is not bad at all.
Not bad.
And first, starting the day with, a signature on a bunch of stuff, City of Brass, No Mercy. I had, what else? Ponder. Like Tadine there's a reason why Tadine's line gets long. He's got tons of classic cards.
Yeah.
And so if I had to pick one, obviously Soul Ring, you can't go wrong. It's a classic everyone loves. And I got this card again from our buddy Taylor. He brought it back from a trip to Europe as a souvenir for me. So it's special in that regard too. So a card that was a gift from a friend that I got signed by one of Magic's most famous artists, and it's the notorious Soul Ring too.
Yeah.
So,
And
cool.
it's playable.
Yeah, super playable. Turns out Soul Ring, it's
Pretty good.
It's an okay Magic card.
Not bad.
So yeah, it's like, the 10th Power 9, some like to call it. But yeah, so cool card, cool backstory. Mark Tadine's a really cool guy, so cool card for my number 2. How about you, Luke?
I love it. So again, kind of hard. 1 and 2 slots were kind of hard to choose between. But my number 2 slot is Psy Master Thopterist. And I have a foil promo version. I don't know if it's promo. It's got the date on
Let me
it.
see. Oh yeah, it's the pre-release promo.
Pre-release. Okay, pre-release.
It's probably the rarest Psy there is.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, I bought this in I don't know. I wasn't,
I'm actually curious. I should see what other printings of Psy there are.
There's a new one. I actually have the newest printing behind it, but
Was it the anime
the
one?
Anime one, but we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that, yeah. But any hizzle. I bought this actually from the bulk legendary creature bin at our local spot, at our local store.
Nice.
And this is from M19. It's the promo. And I was basically on the hunt for a new commander. And I saw this guy and I kind of fell in love with him. And this is going to sound very, very pretentious. Very, very pretentious. But in a lot of ways, I feel like Psy Master Thopterist is kind of my self-insert into the game.
Oh, I dig it.
He's, for those who don't know, he's a legendary creature, human artificer. He makes Thopters whenever you cast artifact spells. And his flavor text reads, "Industry without artistry is just a fancy way to fill a junkyard." And I actually, in a weird way, for people who don't know, I'm an engineer. I'm a software engineer. This is a problem I have with every job I've ever worked at, is that there's a push and pull between quality and getting things done quickly.
Yep.
And which is also that's a push and pull in every job. Is, do you want the job done right or do you want it done quickly? And I'm always pushing for quality over quickness, and to varying degrees it's been followed, but I don't know. I just really dig Psy. I feel like he's my self-insert into the game of Magic the Gathering. He's an engineer like me. He's all about quality, and also he's very playable. He's
He's
a
a
very
powerhouse.
He's a very powerhouse, playable guy, and I'm really, really glad and lucky that I stumbled upon him in a bulk bin, because otherwise I would have never. He's a mono blue card. I would have never.
Right? Yeah.
Not me at all. So
It opened your eyes a little bit to blue.
yeah, exactly. I just kind of fell in love with this guy, and he's a regal engineer sitting at his desk making cool things, and that's kind of who I want to be. So
I love it.
all right,
Yeah.
what do you got?
All right, we're down to our number one. So these are our current grails of our collection, our number one cards in our collection.
Yep.
And for me, I've got this artist proof foil signed Croxa Titan of Death's Hunger. I got this year for my birthday in Chicago, MagicCon Chicago. The artist, Vincent Pros, really cool guy. I think a Chicago native, has worked with Guillermo del Toro. He's like a very famous monster designer.
That's awesome.
It was him and his partner or wife. She was there. I got to chat with her for a bit while waiting for signatures or whatever. And I saw this in a binder right in front of her, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I want that." Like in fact, I probably need an artist proof of Croxa, just because this, to me, this is like my favorite card of all time.
Wow.
Much like spoilers, Luke's card is also a legendary creature. So our number one slot, I put as our favorite fellas in the episode notes.
Yep.
So much like your favorite, this is like, to me, this was a card that it kind of like exemplifies everything I love about the game. I'm a big Rakdos guy, mid-rangey guy, and top to bottom, Croxa is just like kind of the perfect Magic card in my opinion. It's just awesome. So like being able to like go to MagicCon Chicago on my literal birthday, my 30th birthday, and I got to talk to Vincent, super nice guy, and had him sign a bunch of stuff. He obviously signed this artist proof. I've got, another foil Croxa signed by him.
Yeah.
For that deck. But the artist proof will always be in this case on my desk. And, he gave me a pack of Commander Masters because it was my birthday or whatever.
I love that.
That was cool of him too.
That's cool.
So yeah, it was just like, it's got a lot of good memories and good vibes. So this had to be my number one. I realized I was like, it was between this and the Soul Ring. And I was like, it's gotta be Croxa, because this is my favorite card in Magic. And I've got a signed artist proof of it. So it's like, it can't get much better than this, honestly. No. So, how about you? What is your number one card, Luke?
I love it. So my number one card is my copy of Zabaz, the Glimmer Wasp.
Surprise.
Yeah, Zabaz, my boy, America's favorite bee, has to be my number one. And yeah, for people, listeners of the show here, this was a recommendation from Leland. So we had a couple of, it was like one of our first episodes was recommend a commander for the other person. And he recommended Zabaz. And at the time, I was exclusively mono green, and I didn't think anything of this card. And in fact, my copy of Zabaz is the cheapest copy possible.
I love that.
Typically, I try, whenever I get a commander, I try to get like at least a foil version. Maybe not the most expensive one, but like, a cool printing of, either a full art or like, or getting a foil version. But no, I literally have the base version of Zabaz.
Nice. Let me take a peek.
And the cheapest version, because I had zero hopes for this. To be honest, I had zero hopes for this commander. I didn't think I would like it. It was Boros. It was, I liked that it was an artifact, but I didn't have anything. I didn't think anything of it. And lo and behold, this is my favorite card in all of Magic the Gathering.
I love it.
It was a recommendation from a dear friend of mine, and also to the point where it's actually kind of ruined Commander for me, because I don't want to play anything else. I only want to play Zabaz.
It's your boy, like you said.
He's my boy. Like I just Zabaz, he's my favorite character in all of Magic the Gathering.
Heck yeah.
He's and also, it means a lot that he was a recommendation from a friend, and I should have never doubted him, because I should have never doubted him. I should have known, he knows me well, so I should have, Leland knows me very well, so I should have trusted his recommendation. And actually, I think that the base 2-cent printing that I have of him is kind of a show of like, hey, I should have more faith, and my friends.
I love that.
So,
Well, to I feel like this is a good time. I was going to wait to give you this next weekend at your bachelor party.
Okay.
But I feel like this is the perfect time to do this.
Oh, really? Okay. All right. Okay.
So look, I've got a little gift for you.
Oh, okay. All right.
Open her up.
Open her up. Okay.
Yeah.
You don't have to include this.
Oh, this is going in because you'll see why. You'll see why when you open it up.
All right.
This,
all right.
I think I told
I'm opening
you
this
I was
up.
working on this project months ago. And
Get out of here.
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. No way. No freaking way.
Yeah. So I got Luke for
Stop it.
his bachelor party gift before he gets married, a foil artist proof of Zabaz
Gosh.
signed by Jason Felix.
Oh my gosh.
Bring it in, man. Oh. I love you, man.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. All right.
What inspired this was on my birthday when I got Croxa, and I was like, man, does it feel good to have my favorite legendary creature?
How'd you get this even?
Because
he's in like Sweden or something.
I reached out to him directly, and I think he's actually originally from Wisconsin.
No way.
And now he no longer like lives in the area, but I was like, hey, I'm a fellow Wisconsinite. My buddy, this is his favorite card ever. Is there any way you could if you have any artist proofs left,
No way.
could you sign one and send it my way? And he was like, my fellow cheesehead, I've got you.
No way.
Yeah, and so it went down.
Dude, wait,
and
how'd you contact him?
I just emailed him. I
just
found
emailed?
he has a website and
Okay.
emailed him directly. And yeah, I purchased a Zabaz signed artist proof.
Dude,
for
you
your,
are the best. Thank you so
love it, man. And there's a little
much.
stand for because it's in one of these fancy cases. There's a stand in the box there for you.
Also, I want to change something.
Oh,
This
okay.
is my number one card now.
It's like that's why when I saw last night that you had Zabaz as your number one, I was like, oh well, I have to give it to him on the podcast,
Dude, this is such a kind gift. Thank you.
You're welcome, man.
Thank you.
Yeah. I think I told you when this arrived like several months ago. I was like, Luke, I have something for you, but I have to wait for until your bachelor party. And it's literally, Luke, it's been on my desk sitting here.
Really?
Probably the last few episodes we've recorded, it's been in the room with us.
Yeah, it's an artist proof.
Artist proof. So yeah, man.
My gosh.
Love you, bud.
I love you too, dude. Thank you.
Happy bachelor party weekend next weekend. It's gonna be a blast.
Dude, it's gonna be so much fun.
And you'll have to put that in the case right on the table when we play some Commander.
Oh, heck yeah.
You know what I mean?
Heck
in the
yeah.
command zone.
Oh, yeah, this
the artist
is my-
proof in the command zone.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
I think that's a good number one slot for us is artist proofs of our favorite cards.
Perfect. Yeah. Perfect. Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, of course, dude. Well, this has been a really fun trip down memory lane, reflecting on our collections and why, I think we've talked about why collectability or like why having a collection of something there's an importance there. There's meaning there. And I think it's more than just having these stacks of, cardboard, little squares, little rectangles on my desk at all times. This game runs deeper than that.
Oh, yeah.
And so, yeah, this was really fun. So thanks for suggesting this episode idea. This is really cool.
No problem. Yeah. Thanks for being down. I know it's kind of a weird concept when I was describing it to you over text, but
yeah, this is fun.
This was really fun to learn about your favorite cards.
Yeah, likewise. So we gotta do our typical Scryfall random spirit creature of the week.
Let's do it.
Let's give it a go. Oh, I've got mine.
I got mine too.
All right, so mine is Fungus Sliver, which is this in your Sliver deck that we're playing?
It
today?
is. Yeah. Well, also, wait, no, we're not playing that today. But
okay. All right. So Fungus Sliver is for 4 mana, for 3 and a green, you get a 2/2 fungus sliver creature, which has the rules text. All sliver creatures have, whenever this creature is dealt damage, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Seems like a very
good.
Luke sliver.
Yep.
If I've ever seen one.
And it's green.
And the flavor text reads, when a sliver of this breed enters the hive, the others claw each other in frenzied fits, thereby ensuring their rapid growth. And that's from Rook Rumel. Is that right? Wait. Ruka Rumel Field Journal.
Yep.
All right. So Fungus Sliver is my spirited creature of the week. What about you?
I love it. So I got Acidic Slime, which is a classic mono green creature. It's a 3 for 3 colorless and 2 trees. It's a 2/2 and has Death Touch, and it says when it enters the battlefield, destroy target artifact, enchantment, or land. And it's a very fun card. It's also, the art is done by Carl Kapinski, who's also he's like a more modern artist, and he's one of my favorites. When I say more modern, I mean like he's from the 2000s era. He works for Games Workshop. He's a cool guy.
Oh, sweet.
But yeah, this is a classic. This was like artifact enchantment removal before we actually got some of that in more modern sets in green. So it's a classic.
It's a classic. I love Acidic Slime. And I got one of these. I forget where we were at, like GU for some sort of like draft event or something. But I got this 30th anniversary play promo where it's like the retro foil treatment. It's a pretty card and a classic.
I love it.
Classic.
Yeah.
2 green creatures. It's very Luke. We got Luke.
I know.
Spear creature.
There's been a lot of green this episode.
I dig it.
Yeah. I love it.
So anyways, for next episode, our Food for Thoughtcast question at the top of the episode is going to be, what is a grail MTG card for your personal collection?
I love it.
Be sure to listen to the next episode to hear our answers, although we kind of just went over that here.
Yeah.
But we could talk about maybe what's...
I have some stuff that I want to get.
Yeah, I was going to say, this could either be what's the current grail in your collection, or what's the grail that you're, pining after, a card that you really want to get one day. So...
Oh, I'm down.
Yeah. So stay tuned. Listen to the next episode to hear our answers. Feel free to connect with us over on X or Instagram at Wild Dogs Pod. And if you'd like to sponsor the show, please reach out to us via email at wilddogspodcast@gmail.com. Finally, thanks to Johnny Bartlett for creating the intro and outro music. Until next time, Wild Dogs out.
Thanks, everyone.
Magic the Gathering. Gathering magic with my friends. Playing cool cards all the time. Tutoring love